Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is KittyBit. Here's Axel with us today. We also have good old Milo here. And today's a very special day for me. Today's a very nostalgic day because we're going to be unboxing one of my all-time favorite games. And probably the game that really made me... I think this is the game that made me buy a PlayStation 2 back in the day. It's my first Nipponichi game, too. Disgaea 1. This is going to be the collector's edition or the complete set for the Switch. What you doing, buddy? Alright, so they were kind enough to put it in this extra box. So it's a box within a box because you guys have probably, if you've seen any of my previous unboxings, you've seen that we've had a few unboxings where the boxes were messed up, something happened with them.
Yeah, this came in another box, and then this box was in that box.
So, and this one feels very solid. Yeah, so there was an actual complete other box this was in. I mean, look at all that protective. Look at that. You got bubble wrap in there as well. And it's not that cheap bubble wrap. It's that good stuff.
It's that good stuff.
It's that good stuff, yo. We're going to give Milo here a little blanket. So, the copy is in there.
And it's perfect. No crushed corners. Look at that.
Look at that. Those corners are
Crisp.
crisp. That's the word I was looking for, is for hybrid device. I read. I don't get what these... They always have these random names. Like these just collector's editions always have these for whatever device. And it's like not the console at all. So that is the box there. We've got some extra goodies down here.
I don't know.
We'll give him the blanket.
What'd you think?
Alright, so we do have a couple extra goodies in here. Look at that. It is the mouse pad. This would be normally an Opie mouse pad. This, since it's Etna, this is a Nopi mouse pad. So we have Nopi. Because anyone that knows Disgaea knows that Disgaea, like Etna's bust is one of the longest running jokes in the series. That joke stems all the way into the current games. There you go. That Nopi mouse pad. Alright, so moving along, we've got fun little... I'd call it a manga, but as you can see, it reads from left to right. It's American style. Looks like this is an ad for this is a clever ad for Labyrinth of Refrain, actually. For those collectors of you out there who might be new to Nipponichi's collector's editions, I will have you know they make some of the best. And they give you a ton of really cool stuff for the money. This collector's edition runs at $99.99 US dollars, so it's $100. But as we go through it, you're gonna see you get a lot for your money. Alright, so we've got the box here. This actually looks like a Prinny fanny pack. Yep, one of their packs that they wear. It's a fanny pack. So, I will let you all know that I am an extreme Disgaea fanboy. I love the series. Like, when it comes to tactical JRPGs, I don't think you can get better, honestly. I mean, that's just my opinion, but when it comes to the depth and what you can do and the characters being interesting...
Is that a Prinny in there?
That is a Prinny. So, as I mentioned earlier, the Prinnies, if you are not familiar... Oh, man, it's got this guy printed on the plastic. Nipponichi, why would you do that? It makes me not want to... Oh, it has a tab. It looks like... Oh, good, I don't have to tear it apart. Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. See, they put a lot of thought into their collector's editions.
Would you look at that?
He's a square printing. So, we've got our plush square printing. I mean, you can tell. Look how freaking squishy.
Is he soft?
He's very soft. Like, super soft.
Like these little Monster High. I get the soft.
Yeah.
The little round ones.
I don't
They're
know.
the
He might be.
softest.
Well, I don't know. Nergy is probably the softest thing in existence, but I'd say this Prinny is dang close. He definitely deserves a spot. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have looked all the way around. He's got the wings in the back. I was so busy squishing his cheeks and stuff that I didn't focus on the rest. And I mean, look at the way everything is packed inside the box. It's perfect. The Prinny was right here. Look at the game. It even gets this little cardboard, like it's like a picture frame almost. So you don't end up having a bunch of loose stuff in there, even after you take it out. That's the kind of things collectors look for. So if any of you other game companies are out there looking for some notes on how you should do a proper collector's edition, this is a good one. I love the Mega Man 11 collector's edition, but there was a lot of empty space in the box. And when they delivered it, it was wrapped real tight, so it was too easy to bend it. So, got a labyrinth of refrain. Add in here, usual books and stuff. The cartridge. As you can see, we've also got...
Oh, reversible cover.
So this reversible cover was actually something, another touch by Nippon Ichi. They took votes on what this was going to be. So
cool.
if you were on their Twitter or other social media, this was the picture that was voted in. So if you were a part of their online community, you actually had a say in what this ended up being. And I really liked the way it turned out. This was one of my favorite pictures. I really love this.
The one you voted for?
Yeah, this is the one I threw my vote in for because it's simple. It's nice and clean. It's got the skull of a previous overlord, I think, and we got Laharl just sitting on top of it. It's elegant. I like the way it looks.
Yeah, I like it too.
But if you look, by the way, the art in Disgaea is amazing. I'm so in love with it. If I could afford one of the $300 Gickleys on there, I think that's how you say it, Gickley.
I don't know.
It's like on their site they actually have full portrait paintings that actually it's on canvas and it wraps around the frame, the wood frame, and the picture goes all the way around it. They call it a Gickly, but it's Giclee. But it's like full character ranges of all the different characters because this is actually a smaller part of a much bigger picture. And yeah, if I could afford one of those, I would totally have one on my wall. So Nippon Ichi, if you're watching and you ever have like a discount program or something, send me an email, please. Alright, so moving along, we've got a box full of stuff. And this isn't even in the end, there's another box in there.
Dang.
So, we've emptied this box out, we'll scoot it over here. First up, we've got the Disgaea pens. We've got Curtis. We've got the hero, the Defender of Earth. This is the Defender of Earth pen set. Got Thursday, Tiffany, and on this side, we've got the Netherworld VIP pen set. We've got Laharl, Etna, the Dark Adonis, Prinny, and Flan. These are actually heavy. Like these are not just basic. These are metal. These are metal pens.
I love those.
Like this is. I hope they're not like actually going into the red on these collector's editions. So here we go. As you can see, this is hefty. This weighs like, I'd say these weigh probably quite a few ounces, maybe like an ounce or two a piece. We'll go ahead and pop Thursday off here and take a look at him. Very glossy. That is metal though, as you can see. It's not acrylic or paper like you get with a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of them are acrylic now.
See, I'm wondering if because Disgaea was like one of their first really big... Disgaea really I think it really helped put them on the map when they came over. Because there was no Nippon Ichi Software of America just yet. When Disgaea 1 came out, it was still Nippon Ichi. So, but shortly after, They came with the American branch, so I think Disgaea helped them get a foothold over in the market and really helped them out. So I can understand why they're showing this one a lot of love, but they show every collector's edition they've got quite a bit of love. Alright, moving on. If you guys are into interesting collector's editions with a lot of cool stuff, and you haven't checked out the Rosen Queen shop, you can just Google NISA store, and it's called Rosen. It might not be called Rosen Queen anymore.
It used to be. I don't know that it still is.
Rosen Queen is actually the shop, the Netherworld store in Disgaea itself. They are the store branch that sells you all your stuff. Oh man, these roadmap. This was the cover of the original PlayStation 2 release of Disgaea. Man, it is not cheap paper though. That is actually like almost papyrus. So you've got a roadmap style poster here. I love this picture. I mean, the art is just really dynamic. There's a lot going on it. It's like a comic book panel. But this was on the original cover for Disgaea 1 when it hit for PS2 back when. I might have to find myself a frame for this one. We'll go ahead and leave Etna's face out there on top, because we all know that Etna's a favorite. Man, I'm going to run out of table. Alright, so after the poster, we have a certificate of authenticity. This certificate... Oh, that's cool. This certificate is authentic, and we believe the item it represents is as well. We believe the item it represents is as well. Etzwell Rosen Queen. So you've actually got a certificate of authenticity that comes in its own little letter. I will have to, I don't know, if I sign that, am I like signing my soul over to somebody? Alright, got Disgaea 1, the official art book. It is a hardbound art book, and as I've already glommed on the art so far, you guys know, I love it. In Japan, they sell strategy guides for these games that are the most awesome thing ever, because they're like this thick, and they are full-size hardbound books that they feature all the characters, all the strategies, everything, but they also feature a ton of concept art, word from the directors and everything. I buy one of those for every single game that comes out in the Disgaea series, because I love the art and I love the presentation so much. Don't want to cover up Prinny all the way. Alright, we've still got another box. Oh, 2 boxes. Oh ho ho, the soundtrack. We've been seeing a few of these in our collector's editions lately. You don't see hard media anymore. Everyone has been kind of moving away from it. Even Best Buy. I think we mentioned that in the last video too. They stopped doing hard media soundtracks. But here we have it. More art. You can give me art all day. Them chibi. And them here with Laharl in the middle. Once you play the game, you'll realize how funny this picture actually is. He's got a fear of voluptuous bodies, and he's fine in this picture, which is pretty funny. For the track list, we've got 12 tracks, all the way from Ode to Laharl to Eternal Melody, with more art from the cover. We have another poster. I always get nervous with these roadmap folded posters, but I realize there's no other way to really put them in there. There you have it. This is pretty much a general cast of characters from the game. We've got heroes, villains, and anti-heroes. Pretty much everyone is included there. That paper is really solid. Doesn't feel like I have to worry about tearing it. I'm gonna put this with Gordon. I like Gordon. He's really funny. He's almost like a futuristic kind of Captain America, but made a little too good. So, I'm not sure.
Is that food?
This isn't food. Alright, we've got our Prinny Cute box here. We'll just call it the Prinny Cute box for now because there's a ton of Prinnies on it. Let's go ahead and pop this open. I'm generating quite a pile of plastic over here to the left of me. Alright. Orthodox Prinny set is what it says.
Maybe coasters?
Look at that. They decorated the box inside and out. So, I think you might be right. These do look like they could be coasters, but if they are, they're real freaking fancy.
Yeah, those are like thick rubber. It makes sense to have.
Check that out. Look at that.
Keep your stuff from getting wet.
Look at that. It's even got a rim around the edge, so whatever condensation you do have doesn't get away.
That's amazing.
This actually makes a lot of sense because Prinnies are pretty much enslaved to these bodies until they work off their debts.
I'm so mad.
So they can be reincarnated. So Prinnies are basically humans, or the souls of humans, who did something in life that was regrettable, and now they have to work off their debt in hell until, well, the underworld, or the other world, until they work off their debt. So they have to do anything and everything for low pay until they can go to the Red Moon and reincarnate. But as you can see, these are really tough, and it makes sense that they're, like I said, it makes sense that they're coasters because, you know, they're little workers. So they're I mean, they're useful. So they do stuff for you. So now now you can have your very own Prinnies working for you in real life. So I mean, guys, how many collector's editions do you know of where you can get all this for freaking 100?
Yeah, that's nuts.
I mean, look at all of it. You get the awesome box, which comes to you in a box. The packing alone for these was probably like $15 on Nippon Ichi's part, if not more than that. And then, I mean, let's go through everything. You've got the awesome coasters, 2 huge posters. You get the cool ad for, which is a comic, a little mini comic. You get Nopai, which is the best thing ever. Because if you need a mouse pad, or if you love Etna, or just, you know, you just like the fact it's a parody on Opie mouse pads, you get the game. I mean, I could see this as being one of those silly collectors where you don't get the game, you're just paying $100 for a bunch of merchandise.
Yeah, I mean, so that's like a $30 difference. What?
Yeah,
How?
you're paying the $60 for the game, or it might be $49 for the game. I'm not exactly certain, but still, it's worth it. You're getting the plush. You get this cool certificate of authenticity.
The dang plush at a con would probably be $30.
Yeah, I mean, conventions, they charge all kinds of stuff for this. You got the pins. You've got a total of 9 pins. You've got, sorry, it took me actually a little while to count there. That's what I get for doing unboxing shortly after I wake up. Like I said, the posters, a soundtrack, a hard actual soundtrack, and then we went over the coasters, the art book. It's a done deal for me. I normally put a lot of emphasis on how much I love Nippon Ichi's collector's editions, but I gotta say, they really outdid themselves on this one. I truly love this one, and it's not just because it's Disgaea 1, one of my favorite games of all time, but this is a lot of stuff. I don't care who you are. These are metal pens. I mean, not freaking acrylic crap like you get with a lot of stuff. This stuff is legit. I mean, just the coasters. I don't know if I showed the back, but freaking 3 of them. And these are actually characters in the story. I mean, they're not just little graphics. These are actually characters. So this is full representation across the board. So, guys, they are still taking pre-orders on the site. I checked right before we started doing the shoot for this. They still have some stock in. If you like Disgaea, if you like cool collector's editions, go give them a check. It's the Rose and Queen Shop NISA store. Just go on and find them. I'll throw a link into the description. And check out their other collectors. They actually just put up a lot of new ones. There's a lot of stuff they got going, a lot of things coming out. If you wanna show some respect to your represent your JRPGs, they're the best way to go. Go give them some business. Help keep them running, because I mean, if they're putting out stuff like this for $100, it kind of makes me wonder if they're going in the red on this. I don't want them to go under. So, guys, hope this helped you out. If you're interested in buying it, sorry it ran on a little bit long, but it's one of my favorite series out there, and one of my favorite games of all time. I'm gonna go throw it in the Switch and start the grind right away. And guys, if you're new to the channel, likes and subs, that's completely up to you. What we do ask around here, though, is that you consider, if it's within your means, consider adopting or rescuing a buddy. ASPCA.org, petfinder.com. You can also Google local animal rescue and adoption. And if you can't bring one home due to allergies, living conditions, what have you, then Sashimi here's also got some recommendations.
You can also go volunteer and spend some time with these guys. Or you can donate money, old clothes, blankets. They can use all that stuff.
Yep, so if you've got love to give, there's plenty of ways to give it, and plenty of animals out there who could use your love. And speaking of love, we love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.